fence generator node. Alright, so here what we're seeing is the fence that's being generated by the fence generator node, and just any default terrain that's got a height noise on it. And we see the fence here just colorized in green, just so that it's easier for you all to see. So what we have here is a basic fence tool. Inside of Houdini, you can select the terrain that you want to conform the fence to, and you'll see that it nicely hugs the terrain, gets nice up and close there. Inside of Unity, we will have the option to edit this node with inside. So if I remove this here and I actually select there, I can start drawing wherever I want, and it will continue to conform and try to make a fence as best as possible. So if we remove all those, just go back to the defaults. This is what you would see by default without the terrain. When you started in Unity, you would see that. Just going through the features here. So here we have option to turn off the cross beams, which are these bars at the top here. Just zoom out one there. You can turn those off. You can turn off the top caps. We can adjust the height of it. We can increase the thickness of the poles. We can set how much, it's difficult to see on this one, but we can set how much the underlying terrain influences the angle that the poles stand at. We also have the ability to increase and decrease the overall UV scale. So I think inside of Unity this will be a little bit more interesting. We actually don't have a terrain in here at the moment, but we'll get one quickly. So I'm just going to do a rock with geometry. Just grab this, get a location here quickly. We'll just drop something right here. We'll call it terrain.bgo.sc. So we'll use our BGO importer. If you don't know about this, you can check out the BGO importer video that will explain this to you. So I'm just bringing in this terrain quickly so that we have something to work with. Very nice, very nice. So here we have our terrain, and now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our fence generator. We'll bring it into Unity just via drag and drop it into the scene, and right off the bat you should see I've actually just colorized this for the video. What this is using is these are automatically assigning the materials. So we've got our aluminum, so make sure it must be spelled aluminum, and chainlink _01. Yeah, you have to use these names, otherwise they won't apply. And obviously you can change this. As you see, it's just a standard material. You can make it any kind of fence you'd like. Right, so we see here inside of Unity that we actually have this green line. So if we select the fence generator HDA, we can click edit, and we can select these, and we can actually expand the line. We can change the direction. We can essentially move that point. If we want to add more points, we can just simply click and add another point. Now you do need to take note where that point comes from. You can also Control Z to undo if you didn't actually want it there. We can draw here, and that's quite nice. But you see it's not conforming, correct? So what we want to do here, we see there's terrain input. So what we can do is click add slot. What that's going to do is allow us to add the game objects. So we can actually drop down the BGO importer. This would be just any terrain or any object. Select that, drag, and drop it in. And we'll see in a few seconds that it drops down. Nicely conform, really nice. Great stuff. Cool. Now, you guys don't probably want to be drawing your own stuff, so we have this nice little check box here. So CSV, you need to use the CSV. Let's use the CSV. We'll bring that in, we turn that on. What should happen is we'll get a new input box, which doesn't seem to be opening up. Interesting. I'll have to fix that. That's very odd. I can show you how it works inside of Houdini though. So we select our Sphinx generator here. We say we want the CSV. Here you see this is actually reading already from a CSV that I have on file. I'll change it over to another one so you can see. And this is really, it is reading the incoming points from a CSV file, just a test CSV file that I made. The CSV file needs to look as such. Let me show you. Can I? Essentially, this is how it looks. Inside Excel, these are just the columns, so it's just X, Y, Z, and then underneath it you put its values. Very straightforward, very easy, very easy. Alright, so this might seem a little counterintuitive, but I had to make sure that this was always open. But if you want to use the CSV, you need to check the CSV. You can change this, but it's not going to do anything unless you enable this. And here you'll see it's now reading from the CSV. We can obviously import our terrain here as well. Make sure that it's all conforming. And there we go. That's working. Here you'll see as I turn off the CSV, we go back to using the manual curve. Just make it a little bit more obvious. So there we go. And then if I hit the CSV, it starts reading directly from the CSV. And this of course can be just any CSV that you've cleaned up and make sure XYZ, and then all the numbers for the XYZ following. Great.